Hello, everyone. My name is James Jordan. I'm 26 years old and I'm currently residing in Atlanta, Georgia. When COVID first started, just like anybody else, I thought that it was going to be something that was going to blow over within a few days or a few weeks. I didn't really think it was going to last this long. I am a healthcare worker, so I'm pretty much on the front line, not necessarily. With patients, but I do work in a healthcare setting to where we do have to help those as far as like patients that are coming into the hospital. I work to one of the hospitals here in Georgia, one of the major ones. And so when we first saw it, it was like, oh, this is going to be, something that's going to blow over really quickly. But not to our knowledge until it really became a pandemic to like, okay, wow, it's really getting out of hand. And so with that being said, they, allowed my department to start working from home. And so that's how I pretty much knew that it was going to be very serious. And so I've been working from home now for about a month and a half. And during that time, I've been able to like order groceries from online. I've been social distancing since I've been home. And then one day out of the blue, I just started feeling really bad. This was a day where I had went out into the park to work out because I had been just doing some light workout here at home just to stay active. But I just felt like I needed a different change of scenery. And so I went out and I said, let me just go work out at Piedmont Park, do a little, circuit workouts. And I did a 3-mile run that day. And then that evening is when I started to feel chills in my body, like I was extremely hot as well as cold at the same time. And so I was like, well, maybe I just need to lay down. Let me take some medication, to see if that'll help. I didn't really know if I had a fever because I didn't have a thermometer at the time. And as the night went on, I started to get a headache. I started to get body aches and I started to just feel really worse. So I kind of sat on it that Thursday night, that Friday night, that Saturday is when I felt like I could not breathe. And I went to the hospital. And it was there that they gave me like steroid shots and just some other things to, make me feel comfortable and make me feel better. And so that evening is when I started to feel really, really well. I was sent home because my symptoms had started to subside. And so they didn't want me to necessarily, wait in the hospital for the results if my symptoms didn't, weren't severe. So that was a plus. I was thankful, my symptoms had subsided. And so from there, I was just waiting at home from like Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. But I just felt like I just needed to know. And so here in Georgia, CVS has a minute clinic, a drive-through minute clinic where you can get tested. You can find out within 15 to 20 minutes. And so that's what I pretty much did. I went through that drive-through testing and I got tested. In 15 minutes, I knew that I was positive for COVID-19. And so they sent me home. They said, wait 10 days before you go out. They said, as long as you were fever-free, you didn't have any of the symptoms for 10 days after your symptoms had started, that you were able to go back home. Thankfully, again, on that Saturday, the same week that I had, felt bad, I was feeling much, much better. I was feeling like myself again. So I was just thankful that I was able to, come out this thing really, really on the other side. And if I had to tell anyone, I just say, listen to your authorities, listen to the people on the news. They're not exaggerating when they say stay home. There are some officials who are opening the city back up, but let us, specifically Black people, listen to the authorities. Like, for instance, Mayor Keisha Lance Bottom here in Georgia, she's saying one thing, but then our governor is saying another thing. So it's kind of like, okay, who do I listen to? Well, as for me, I wish I kind of wouldn't have went out to the Piedmont Park. I don't know if that's necessarily where I got it from, But this is serious. This is very serious. And I think about if I could have been on the other side, like I could have still been in the hospital dealing with these symptoms on a much worse case. And so I'm so thankful that I did come out on the other side, and I'm so much better now. But this has been serious. When I was diagnosed with it, I was extremely scared. I had started to develop anxiety during this thing, because I was like, people are dying from COVID-19. And although I came out on the right side, one of my friends didn't come out on the right side. And so think about those of you who have kids. If you have kids, like, you want to be there to see those milestones in your kid's life. Like, I have a 2-year-old daughter. And so it would have been devastating had I lost my life to COVID-19 due to COVID-19 if I had lost my life. So I am coming to you today to let you know how serious this is. You can pick it up from anywhere. I could have picked it up from simply ordering groceries and not properly sanitizing my groceries as I brought them into the house. So take this very serious. I'm definitely praying for you guys. I'm praying that this is going to be over soon, and we can go back to a semi-normal life. We know that it's not going to go back to the way we know it, but in the meantime, continue to social distance. Continue to protect your space and your energy in your space, and do what you got to do to make it to the end. I thank you guys so much for the opportunity, and hope you all have a wonderful day.